Hello, my name is David Surber, and I will be commenting on ethics and technology. And the subtitle will be on microchip implants. First, I would like to explain what ethics is. It is a set of principles of right conduct, or a theory or system of moral conduct. You could say that the Ten Commandments are such. They were given to Israel from God through Moses. That's according to the Bible. What effect do I believe this implant technology will have on me personally? I don't think it'll have any effect on me whatsoever, because I do not intend to have any kind of implants done. As for our culture and the future societies, I believe it will become a standard requirement or procedure, and it will be required by the government that is in place. What do I mean by the government in place? I mean that whenever you look at our economy, world economy, we're becoming a more oriented world economy in the marketplace. And eventually, I believe we will be operating under a one world currency. And you say, what's next? Well, probably a one world government with which all countries will be governed. They will lose their sovereignty, and they will be governed by one world government at a certain location, or a central location. And to many, this is to say, when this happens, it'll be the time of the Antichrist. The Bible in the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16 through 18, states this. And this is about the Antichrist. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 666, which is 666. Everyone practically I know knows the number of 666 as the beast, mark of the beast. And this is not what I say. It's what the Bible says, and I believe it because I believe the Bible. You may not believe that way. That's your right. Everyone has a right to believe however they wish to believe, without being intimidated by someone else. So I'm not trying to force my belief upon you. I'm just saying that's how I believe. We are currently in the beginning of the microchip implants, and it may not go any further than the medical or maybe cell phones. But in Washington State, 500 people had RFID implants placed in their hands at a cost of $30 per person. This chip responds to radio signals with a unique identifier. It's typically reserved for tracking pets. And as early as 2005, people have had chip implants that were capable of opening doors, starting vehicles, and authenticating into their phones for near-field communications. Novartis, a pharmaceutical company, wants a deal with Proteus Biomedical to produce a chip called Raisin. that will text your phone when it is time to take a pill. And BuraChip wants to link microchip implants to online health records, credit history, and Social Security. These implants seems to be all about money and not much about our privacy. Porteous CEO Andrew Thompson believes his company's market opportunity could reach or be $100 billion. And that's according to the article, Microchip Implants Controversy. Novartis placed microchips on the shoulders of 20 patients taking the blood pressure medicine Divan. The chips sent messages to their cell phones when it was time to take their next pill. The experiment was designed to improve compliance, and this is how it works. The first chip is inside the pill being swallowed, and then it sends a signal to the chip in a patch on your shoulder if you fail to take your pill on time. And then the shoulder chip nags you on your cell phone, and after the text arrives on your phone, the message is sent over the internet to caregivers, and they review and analyze the message. Jim Jimenez, head of pharmaceuticals at Novartis, says it works, and it works good. He says it boosted prescriptions from 30% to 80% within the first 6 months. And this is a bonus for you. Could the next move for pharmaceutical companies be similar to ED-209 in the movie RoboCop? If you fail to take your pill, someone arrives at your door and gives you exactly 20 seconds to comply. I believe there are good benefits from the microchip implant. Yes, if it is kept within reasons such as medical. In the medical field, if kept secure, it would benefit people with diabetes and many other health problems or issues by keeping them on a steady regimen of their medicine. At the same time, it will increase the pharmaceutical field with windfall profits, which the public wouldn't like. The disadvantage of this would be if the government gets access to people's microchips, implants, it could become very ugly, and it could become ugly very fast. We have too much government regulating our lives now. But if we go the way of all-out microchip implants, then there will have to be new laws and regulations on the technology, or the government will be like the Apples, Googles, and Facebooks. They will be reading our lives, and unfortunately, they will be controlling our lives without limit. Yes, there could be benefits, but I am afraid that, like many other technologies, it could fall into the wrong hands. Just suppose if Adolf Hitler would have or could have had this technology. Now we have leaders of other groups within other countries that commit deadly crimes against humanity. I'm not saying the leaders of the country, it's leaders of groups in other countries. And as far as using these implanted chips to start cars or open doors, turn on lights, or turn on the heat, we already have all these commodities without implanted chips. As far as currency goes, why not have a card issued with a chip in it, like the million or so that are already in use? You make one purchase, and then the next purchase, you have to use a different code. When you get the card, it gives you a set of codes that you use each time you make a purchase. That way, if a thief or a hacker gets access to your card, they can only make one purchase. And then that's it. It saves the stores, the consumer, the banks. It saves them a lot of money. In case you don't know what opted these changes, well, it was because of hackers that are now able to obtain or read your credit card through your purse or through your jeans and your billfold at a distance without you knowing that you have been taken by identity theft. And it cost only about $350 for these hackers to go into business. They purchased a device called Vivatech RFID credit card reader, and the card reader gets all the information off your card, then it runs it through some kind of machine and places it on a blank card, your information on a blank card. And they can use this here to get the funds out of your bank account or run your credit card up. Another tip is if you can stop this by encasing your credit cards of aluminum or steel, and it will reflect the beam from the Vivatech reader, the card reader, and send it back toward it, and it'll scramble it to where they can't get your information. But as long as there is anything of value, there will be hackers and thieves trying to gain access to whatever they value or whatever they want. And I think that these microchips and this technology will evolve similar to the way that the computers did, only much faster, much faster, because they're already up and running. And now we have implants for various things. You know, one person might have an implant for starting his car, opening his doors, or getting access to his office building. And another might have one for medical reasons. And I believe that eventually all this will be put on one small chip. All the information of a person will be put on one small chip. In other words, all your history, all your medical history, your financial history, anything about you will be on that chip. And at the same time, your purchasing power will be on that chip, because I believe that the monetary system as we know will not exist. And the disadvantage of this is you will be tracked wherever you go. There will be no hiding place. There will be no privacy. So I don't think it'll be good to have this kind of implant. But it will eventually evolve to that, I believe. And if you don't accept this right here, this chip implant, you'll be at the mercy of the elements. You'll have to raise your own food to provide for you and your